to Pick City.
If you're here, then you know. If you're here, then you get it.
All right, WTCM News Talk 580. That's the intro music to the new comedy series, Pick City, based in Charlevoix, shot in Charlevoix. We have some of the cast with us today, including the guy behind it all, Pwamps, actually Phillip Wampler. Good morning, Phillip.
How's it going, Ron? It's a pleasure to be here.
We're going to get the story from you here in a moment.
All right.
Traveling today with Murray Lindhout, who plays the coach there, and he's in character. You've got your Bridge City shirt on, right?
Yeah, we are always ready to pickle.
All righty. And Uncle Jack, Jon Hess is over there. Good morning, John.
Good morning.
So, boy, you got, that while the music plays, people watch that. You've run the credits.
Yeah.
And it looks, it looks like a big professional production, like you'd see with that. And they're all, you've acted before. You've been in movies, right?
Yes.
Phillip has.
Yeah.
But all the people that are in the cast, are there any other people with that acting experience?
So the coach has a little bit of...
some high school stuff, but no biggie.
What do you do normally, Coach?
I was an AP stats and calc teacher at East County High School in Grand Rapids.
So you're do you live in Charlevoix though?
Yeah, I'm actually part of that Charlevoix. I was been up there for God knows 45 years or whatever, doing summer vacations, and now I currently reside in Boyne City.
Oh, so you're a summer guy? Would you retire?
Yeah, I retired a year ago. Yeah,
good for you. And then, John, Uncle Jack, what do you do in Charlevoix?
Well, actually, I live in San Antonio, Texas, but I grew up in St. Louis and used to come up here as a child to summer camp.
Wow.
And I have a summer home here in Charlevoix, and in San Antonio, I'm a realtor.
Wow. So, Phillip, how did you find this talent and get them to do this?
So... This is a great group of people here, Ron. I came to I've been coming to Michigan my whole life. My mom's parents have been they were coming here before she was, and then my mom and dad came here, and then I came here, obviously with them, and found out about Charlevoix. Immediately fell in love with the place. Loved the channel, loved the Pine River Channel, loved Charlevoix, and got into the pickleball scene. I've been playing a little bit in California, and then John actually one day was like, "Well, hey, we need to go play at the courts at Shanahan." So I went over there, and I kind of had this process with my mom and dad where I was like, "Well, hey, you know what? I don't think anybody's come up with an idea for a pickleball comedy yet." So we went around this long way of approaching it where it's like, well, hey, if we're going to do it, I have to have people on board that would want to do it. So I got to the courts. I met all these fantastic people that you're all going to see in the show. And I was like, hey, does anybody have any interest in doing this? I know I've only been here a couple months. And next thing you know, we had 20, 25 people who said, I'm all in. And
yeah, but it's a time. You had to write it all, did you write it all?
So me, my mom, my dad, a little help with my aunt, and the mayor of Bridge City in the show, Leilani Durbin, also helped out there as well. It was it was really nice. We actually have the full script here, right here.
Well, here's and it's an interesting thing too is I see in a lot of productions, if there's a conversation between two of the actors on screen. Yeah. You can tell they shot that, and somebody will say their line, and it switches to the next person.
Yep.
Well, that gives you an opportunity for that other person. They don't have to memorize all those lines.
Absolutely.
But I saw a lot of you guys, non-professionals, doing these scenes where you really memorized your lines that were pretty long lines.
Well, let's just say there were a few takes.
I guess
there were several takes.
Yeah.
And I was surprised at how Pwamps here embraced all of us who had not acted before. And at times I thought they were going to shake their head and said, "We're done."
Yeah.
No, that's one thing that's so special about this show is you have real pickleballers. You have people that play the sport, love the sport, and we're all a community. We're all a big family, and we love it. That's one thing that pickleball does really well. Anybody can play it. You can get involved, and you go to be with the people that you want to be with. Yeah. They become a mini family in this pickleball group.
Yeah, we would never have met these people. I mean,
really?
All different walks of life. This pickleball thing just kind of brings you together from just all ages and talent level.
So you guys are all pickleballers. You knew each other before this.
But we wouldn't have known each other before this.
Right.
No, pickleball brought us all together.
So did you find these? You knew some of these folks. Did you just go up to some of these pickleball players and say, "Hey, want to be in a movie or a TV series?"
That was basically it, Ron. I literally, like I said, John took me to the courts. I played for probably a month, and then I had this idea where I was like, well, if we want to have any chance of doing this, I need to get some people on board. So then I asked all of them, and they were more than willing to participate.
So did you look at Murray and go, "This guy's the coach"?
Yeah. Oh, and he is right. Anyway. I mean, at the courts, it's let's go over here. Everybody.
You put a baseball hat on him. He's a coach.
Yeah, he's got the whistle, and then I knew that John was perfect to play my uncle in the show. Steve and Kathy, they're my parents in the show. They were great. There were so many people that I saw and was like, okay, that's a great character.
So in the show, it's kind of you had to write all of this. You had to get crew to do a lot of this. You had to act and coach the actors and actresses.
Get the locations too.
Get the locations, all over Charlevoix. That is a tremendous amount of work. And financed it. Your family financed this.
Yeah, yes, we did.
It's on YouTube free.
It's on YouTube free. So all 6 episodes are out right now. The last 3 came out just a couple weeks ago, and we filmed it in a 48-hour period on a weekend and got it all.
All 6?
All 6. All 6 got knocked out in 48 hours.
It was 6 a.m. to midnight, yes, for 2 straight days.
Sunny days, luckily.
Yeah, we had
Perfect
great weather.
Yeah, that's
We got lucky.
because they're all 30 minutes, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. Oh, I was going to say, so in order to advance the story, you do, I think they call it the fourth wall, where like The Office does.
Exactly.
So the coach may be talking to you, but may turn around, look into the camera, and say to the audience, blah, blah, and give them some background or whatever. Yeah. Good.
We see, I mean, one thing I'll say is we see so many people still watch The Office. The Office is one of those shows that are just every person you talk to, I watch The Office. I watch it before I go to bed.
Yeah.
Same with Parks and Rec, Community, all those shows. They just love that type of comedy, and I thought that was perfect for the pickleball setting.
So you mentioned your parent. You play, you kind of play yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
You're an actor. Your mom and dad call you up and say, "Why don't you come home for the summer? You're just out in Hollywood doing nothing, out in L.A."
Yep.
And you come back and you're reunited. You see the coach at the pickleball court, and Chloe is your cousin.
Chloe's my cousin. Yes.
And then you got this guy over here, Bill. Uncle Jack picks you up, and there's a crisis immediately with the car. And,
and Uncle Jack has a twin sister called Jilly Bean.
That's right.
Jack and Jill.
So we cannot.
Isn't that his mother, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So, Jilly, and you guys like to dress the same.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, they do.
So, and you live there, right? Uncle Jack
in the
lives.
basement.
He owns the basement. The basement is his property, and he did not like it when he heard that I was coming back to town. Let's put it that way.
So, just kind of a wacky story, and you don't call it Charlevoix.
We do not. We call it Bridge City because we still kind of wanted to keep Charlevoix on the DL a little bit.
Nice. I bet you a lot of people are happy about that.
A lot of people are thrilled about that. That was one thing we actually, when we were location scouting and asking a lot of people, hey, could we potentially use this spot? They were like, well, yeah, do you plan on calling it Charlevoix? And we were like, well, no, probably not. And they were like, oh, good.
Everybody was very helpful, though.
Yeah.
Super supportive.
So what do you hope to accomplish with this now? You made a little investment of money, a lot of investment of time, and a lot of cast members invested a few days here. What happens, do you hope?
So the main thing that I hope comes out of this, and it already did for me, was I found a family in Charlevoix with these people. Obviously a second family here. Everybody was so great, so welcoming, and so easygoing, and they really embraced me. I've embraced them. And what I hope happens with this show is that people, it's the type of show that I don't think is on television a lot anymore. Yeah. It's something that everyone can watch with their families, and it has a lot of good messages. So I hope everybody just really enjoys it and takes it in and kind of cherishes it. That would be my main thing.
How about professionally? Is there any, like, you've acted in movies as a teenager a lot.
Yeah.
Do you still want to pursue an acting career?
Absolutely. That sounds like Uncle Jack. Yes, it does. I totally do. That's my main thing. It was actually one of the main reasons that I brought this show up was because obviously during COVID, a lot of the industry was shut down. We had a couple of strikes in there. The writers were on strike. The actors were on strike. And my reps were saying, hey, we'd love for you to keep coming up with content to just keep showing everybody that you're still being active instead of just sitting and hanging out and not doing anything to work your craft. So that's when we had this show and got everybody involved. And
well, an amazing project to write it, to produce it, to find the cast, to work with the cast, and get it done in 48 hours. It's unbelievable.
Well, they were organized, very organized.
But I thought you guys who are not professionals here, as I mentioned, number one, I was impressed with the lines. You remembered a lot of lines because there wasn't a lot of interruption in the shooting.
That's right.
Just a continuous scene. And good acting, some good chops here for amateurs, except for Coach at high school back then. So let me ask John, Uncle Jack. You had a lot of lines there. What was the trick? How did you master this?
Really, memorization and repeat constantly. One evening, he came up. Pwamps came over and rehearsed lines with me.
Wow.
One evening, we were filming till midnight, and that was tiring for me.
Yeah. Self-conscious at all to do something like that in front of other people for either of you guys? Not at all.
A couple of the people in the show, you could see their inner beings coming out a little bit.
Yeah. What was a good tip you got on acting from Pwamps, from Phillip?
Oh, well, the best part, as far as the acting goes, is that he wanted us to have fun, to enjoy what we did, and to bond as a group. And he didn't care how the production turned out. He just wanted us to have fun doing it, and that really relaxed the entire set.
Yeah, that sounds like it. It's just really you're kind of just a fun project with new friends.
Yeah, it totally was. And like I said, they've become a second family here in Charlevoix, so it was great.
Yeah,
we had a premiere in Charlevoix. We've had a dinner in Charlevoix with the whole cast.
Yeah,
we all get together from time to time.
That's pretty good. So you guys all made friends, too.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Wow. So any thoughts of pursuing more of this for any of you?
Well, so should we say that episode 7 has been talked about?
There's always those talks of are you gonna do more? Is there more story to come? I'll say a lot of times the story never ends. It always depends on whether or not it will actually happen. That remains to be seen. But I'm always the type of person that my mom says this about me. You're always yes, do it now, like yes. Yeah. So I would love to say, hey, it's happening next weekend, but I can't. I just we hope there is, but we will see.
I've got to say, Phillip Wampler is the real Phillip Wampler. Wamp or Wamp?
Wamp.
Phillip Wampler. In the show, you're Pwamps, you're Phillip Wampson.
Yes.
Yeah, so pretty close there.
Mm-hmm, yep.
But I noticed you have two sisters who are into acting, too.
I absolutely do, yes.
So how did you guys all get into that game?
So we started probably 14 years ago. We lived in Ohio in a small town called Tip City. And we ended up going to Dayton where they had an agency there. And really, my older sister is responsible for getting us into it because she wanted to go to this agency. Allie Grant, who was on The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody a long time ago, a Disney star, she was doing a workshop at this agency. We all, me and my older sister Carrie, went to the workshop. The agency really liked us. They said, well, hey, if you want to pursue this, you got to go to Dallas and go to a talent expo. So we went to a talent expo. We got in with a manager, a friend of ours, Cinda Snow, who she represented us for a really long time. We had a great thing with her. And then my younger sister, Cricket, got into it as well. And we really, the three of us have been Team Wampler, doing it for 15 years and living it and really, really enjoying it. It's been fun.
So you did, what was it, with Michael Douglas, Robert De Niro? Was it Las Vegas or
So it is Las Vegas. And it was a great project. It was the first real theatrical thing I'd done, and it was so neat to be working with those guys, those legends. It was unbelievable.
So how old were you?
So I was, that would be 11 years ago. So I would have been 13.
Yeah. So did you interact, or did they give you any tips on the set there?
So I always say one of the probably most cherished moments I'll carry with me the rest of my life was I played a young Kevin Kline. I talked to Kevin Kline for probably a half an hour.
Oh, okay.
And
because he's in the movie, you played the younger version.
Yeah, he's in the movie. I played the younger version of Kevin. And again, you see an actor of his caliber, you're just in awe. So I got to talk with him for a little while. He was telling me what it was like to be his younger self.
Okay.
Giving me all that sort of input and feedback and everything like that. And I'll never forget that conversation. It was really special, and I didn't expect somebody of his caliber to do that with a newcomer like me. So I'm grateful for that.
So maybe help you as you direct the Charlevoix Pick City cast here, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Boy, how many actors and actresses are there in that movie, in your series? Because those credits run, it's like, wow, look at all those
25.
So there's 25 total. 20.
Okay.
It's probably 25, anywhere from 25 to 30.
Man. Well, in the studio with us, by the way, it's Phillip Wampler we're talking to, the creator, director, etc., actor of Pick City. It's on YouTube. Just Google Pick City. You'll see set in Charlevoix, which is called Bridge City. Jon Hess plays Uncle Jack. Murray Lindhout plays Coach Billingham. And I've got to say that the faces, I mean, you're on screen, you all look good. You look the part, you know? I mean, you did a great casting role.
I appreciate that. And again, it was so funny because we came up with all these characters. I had to know who was doing it before I could come up with the characters. And again, like Murray was so easy, John was so easy. There's so many people who were just like, here's what they're doing. Yeah. And we knew right away. My mom and dad knew. We were all like, this is what they will excel out, and everybody just absolutely delivered.
I think they're like, I'll ask Uncle Jack, Jon Hess. So I'm just trying to think of one scene, the car. You pick him up at the airport.
That's right.
What airport was that, by the way? Where was that?
The airport in Charlevoix.
Okay.
Yep.
So the camera's there. You have to be, as an actor, aware of, it was one camera.
Yep, one camera, single cam, yes.
So you have to pull up in the right position. You have to do.
That was the very first scene that I ever did.
Yeah,
and it was pretty chaotic because the airport was thriving that day.
You would have thought the airport was JFK. it was a riot.
We had to do take after take. You know?
Yeah, but was it? I don't know. Was there a lot of instructions that go with that? You know, you got to pull up right here and.
Pretty much so. Yes.
Yeah. So you made it look good.
Yep. It flowed and it felt really nice.
So what do your friends, family, spouses, etc. think of your acting careers?
Well, they always, they're hesitant at first to give us feedback, because they don't know how we perceive it ourselves.
Yeah.
But afterwards, when they loosen up, they go, it was pretty cool. And most of the feedback comes back so positive of that. You guys just kind of acted who you were.
Yeah.
The people that know us our personalities. They go, you guys just played your personalities perfectly on the show. And it was great. Credit to Phillip, too, for helping us out.
Who's Chloe now? I'm just looking at the screen. There's a still shot of you hugging your cousin.
Oh, yeah. So that is Jordan Horn. She is a longtime family friend. She and my older sister, Carrie, have been friends since birth. So since day one, they've been friends. And her husband, Aaron Horn, he's actually the cinematographer for the show.
Oh, I was going to ask about that.
And
okay.
He did awesome. He did such a great job. Yeah,
great job.
He was so go with the flow, so professional. Because we, like I said, the hours we were doing and trying to get it done, he was totally go with the flow.
What kind of camera did he use?
So I wish I knew that.
Yeah.
That's something I should know. But it was
just like a little digital video camera.
I know he upgraded his camera for the production. And he was really excited about that, and the way it looks on screen, the colors. We've gotten a lot of compliments on colors.
Yeah, the
and
sound
quality.
came through really well.
Yeah, he did such a great job. He edited the project as well. I helped out a little bit with that, but no, Aaron was a game changer.
That's a good point. The sound is good.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say it's an amateur production, but it's an amazing turnout for the investment.
Yeah.
And for was there anybody that had any more extensive acting experience other than the coach here in high school?
No.
Well, everybody played their own parts. I mean, the cheerleader was a cheerleader in high school. The pickleball player. I mean, everybody kind of was rolled to their personality. It was almost natural.
Is John like an obnoxious uncle in real life?
Probably so.
All right. If you want to see it, you can watch. It's 1 through 3 and then 4 through 6 on YouTube.
Yep.
And you can pause and watch at your own rate there. I was going to ask you something else about the production, but kind of a fun idea. Oh, nice pickleball courts, too. I didn't know that you had courts like that in Charlevoix.
Yeah.
Well, that was kind of one of the underlying innuendos was that we need more pickleball courts.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's right.
And right in the film, we kind of put that right in there in the mayor's office. Yeah.
So I got away from the plot a little bit here, but
No,
right away, because you closed down the courts, right?
Yes.
You closed down the courts. People are tripping over and getting
Yes.
injured.
Right.
Hurt, yes.
And so, what is the moral of the story or the plot line? What's the story?
So the main plot of the story is obviously I come back to Bridge City. My acting career is at a standstill. My parents say, "Come on back," and the whole underlying theme is family.
Okay.
Meeting new friends. I come back to my family. I get a second family and all the pickleballers.
Yep.
And it's just it's a great message about pickleball. So if you go on there and you watch it and you watch all 6 episodes, you're going to get a feel of why, if you're thinking about playing it, why you should go out there and give it a try, because it really is a sport that you can get into at any age and really just get into a big group of people that all love it and want to embrace you for
Right.
you.
Well, I think our rock and roll station down the hallway wants to talk to you guys.
Great.
So,
Great. Rock and roll.
rock and roll, I say. Phillip Wampler, congratulations.
Ron, thank you very much.
Really an amazing finished product.
Thank you.
For your effort there to write it all and product and round up a cast and coach them and train them. And we've got the coach in here is Murray Lindhorst, will be the coach to me, but Murray Lindhorst, retired teacher.
Yes.
Living in Boyne City now.
Living in Boyne City. Loving it.
And Uncle Jack is Jon Hess. Summers are, well, you're here now. Are you normally summers only or?
Mostly summers only, but this has been fabulous being here in the winter.
Cool. Yeah, it's a great town, isn't it? Great area.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Charlevoix.
It's magical.
It is magical. All of Northwest Michigan and Charlevoix. Are you headed back to? Are you living in L.A. now?
So it's been funny. This past year, I've been in Michigan so much, and I live in L.A. Like when we were on strike, I was here just having a good summer and obviously filming the show. But I'm in L.A. Yes.
Okay. All right, back you go. Well, let us know if you show up in any movies or if you have another project up here.
I absolutely will, Ron.
All right, Phillip Wampler, Jon Hess, Murray Lindhorst, thanks and congratulations, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Thank
We
you,
appreciate
Colin.
it.
Pick City, a pickleball comedy on YouTube. Look it up. All right, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back here on WTCM.